So I was just watching this woman. She has a baby in the carriage and a pit bull, but he doesn't have a muzzle. And there was the electrical bike, and he was trying to go around her. And how much space does he really think this sidewalk has? And then finally he got on the street after trying again and again to go around her. So this country has a lot of matters which I fail to understand. I fail to understand how people don't get together and feel they need to do something about the electrical bikes. They can get into baby carriages, older people, dogs, any population that's not like flying in the air. This morning I had an incident I want to share. I was walking down the street where I walk with the dogs, and this woman says, excuse me, like, I have two dogs, so it takes up the sidewalk. Two dogs, you see this, and me. So how much space do you have? So I just said to her cynically, I'm sorry. I said, I'm sorry, I'm not walking in the street, like on the road. I'm not walking in the road. And then she said to me, you have chutzpah. Next time I will run over your dogs. As if she's doing me a favor. And actually pedestrian, according to the law, pedestrians are, you have to give way to the pedestrians, and bicycles shouldn't be biking on the sidewalk, especially narrow. And look, this is not like flat, completely flat anyway. And sometimes they take children on the bikes without helmets. And I just really wonder sometimes what goes through their minds. Do they realize there are other human beings in this world? Like, the word narcissism is actually just really, I have to see this cute little graffiti. I'm not saying it to complain. I'm just wondering what goes through the brain of a person who goes with a bicycle on a sidewalk, knowing there are people walking their dogs and baby carriages and children and elderly people. Where are they supposed to go? I mean, how can somebody with a baby carriage just move out of the way when there's a bicycle rushing? So this one is in the street, but that's a rare. Most of the bicycles here, they go through, this is really a nice street. I'm going to go through this street. This is old and new. I love the architecture. This is the one thing I enjoy in this city. To share with you the joy as well. It says here, Chova Kufshim, isn't that funny? Conqueror Street, it actually means, in the memory of those who conquered Jaffa. So yeah, it sounds really bad, but anyway, this is the Yemenite area was in the past. And see how beautiful it is, this little quaint. It's now really expensive real estate. I like these things. Where's Bugs Bunny? I like street drawings. So this is why I'm here. These kind of things. It's really nice. So I haven't been here for a long time. Here it's okay to ride your bike in a way. There's no cars, at least. But the level of aggression when somebody says, next time I'm going to run over your dog, and not considered insane, but this is sort of like acceptable speech to threaten people, to speak with a lot of aggression. When I just made a joke, I think it's kind of dangerous to make jokes because not everybody has a sense of humor. And when you encounter somebody who is like aggressive, you can get yourself in a bad situation. And in fact, there were dogs that were hit by a car, hit by bicycle. Sorry. Hello. Oh, this is a nice cat. See the cat's in. This is a nice cat. This is a good sign. When the cat is happy, it's a happy home. It means it gets a lot of love. And when you see a cat that's not happy, It's sort of like emotional detector. And these are all from the Yemenite. You know, I was just reading in the newspaper, there are photos of those poor children starving in Yemen. One good thing happened to the Jews of Yemen, that they came to Israel, because look what's happening in Yemen. There are 100 children dying every day, starvation, and the UN does nothing. This is the back of the market, and it's going to be really sought out real estate one day. So I'm walking here, just looking for a nice way to get to where I'm going now. It's like a synagogue, renovated. It's just really nice to walk here in this area. Just enjoying it. I mean, one can spend a lot of money on restaurants in Tel Aviv, and it's too much, but you can just walk around and enjoy, and that doesn't cost money. And so, iced coffee, 15 shekels. And you have here, you can play backgammon or chess. Small little restaurants. I'm not hungry, so I'm not stopping now, but it's just nice to sit here. Get hummus here. This is Yemenite restaurant. Oh, my kids would like it. I must come back here, because this is nice. This is like Yemenite food. כן, אני פשוט סרט. טעים? טעים מאוד. מרק תימני. כן, כן, אני יודעת, אני צמחונית, אבל אני מעריכה אתכם. והבנים שלי... רק את המרק, בלי הבשר, את יכולה. לא, זה בסדר. יש לי בנים גם שהם במועדון של האוכלי בשר. אגב, היום באופנה זה להיות טבעוני. נכון, אבל אז אתם לא באופנה, אתם נון קונפורמיסטים. אנחנו מבוגרים מדי כבר. אוקיי. כל אחד, איך הוא מחיה ותן לחיות. אתה יודע. So that was the Yemenite restaurant. And that was nice, huh? People are friendly when you're friendly to them sometimes. Oh,